show. He's always got crazy things in his case. Today does not disappoint.
Look at this. PSA 10. PSA 10. PSA 10 foil. PSA 10 foil.
My name is Daniel Wynn, and by day I invest in sports cards, but by night I make videos about investing in sports cards. I am the great curator. Join me on my journey to break even in the hobby that we all love.
Right off the bat, once we get here, there's energy in the room. I've got a good feeling about this show, guys. It looks very professionally done. Everything's organized. I love it. A lot of people here. We already did our first deal. It's very exciting. So who knows? Who knows what kind of deals we'll have this weekend? Stay tuned. Look at my name. Look at my name. Look at my name. They put my name in there. He's hooking it up. These are going straight on eBay. No.
Hey guys, I'm here with Daniel, the great curator. I found him again, and whenever I see him at a card show, he's always got crazy things in his case. Today does not disappoint. This set of cards here is one that a couple of years ago, very few people in the hobby, it seemed like, knew about. They've become more popular recently, but tell people about this, Daniel, and why these cards are so special.
Sure. So these are 2013 Upper Deck employee exclusives. This is a set of 6 cards of iconic GOAT athletes in their respective sports that they gave away to the employees only. They're numbered to 125 each, and they were only given to employees at that time, so some held on to them, some sold throughout the years. What's particularly special about this is that these are the only PMGs of each of these athletes that were ever made. Mike Tyson, Tiger Woods, Hulk Hogan, guys like this. They're probably not going to make another PMG set or a PMG of these athletes ever again, so that's what makes it special. This particular one, also, they're all matching serial numbers.
Oh wow, yeah. So you got a whole set, so this is probably from one particular employee.
Yes.
So these are all serial numbered 32 of 125, all of these are. So this is probably the set that one particular Upper Deck employee was given back in 2013. This is their 6 cards, and now they found their way into your...
I had to sweet talk the guy for several months and pry them off individually from him, but I was able to complete the entire set. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this particular card, the Tiger Woods card, this, in a PSA 10, now this one's a PSA 8, but the PSA 10 of this card recently set a massive sales record.
Yes, on PWCC Auction House, I think $66,000 just a couple weeks ago.
Nice. And so if you're into precious metal gems, which many basketball collectors especially are, these are kind of infamous basketball cards from the 90s. If you're into precious metal gems, then picking up the only precious metal gem in existence of Tiger Woods or Mike Tyson or Hulk Hogan, it's pretty special. That's why these cards are so sought after. double?
You know, I want to say that last video that you put up about how you were investing in companies now,
Right.
that really opened up my eyes, to be honest. Like, I was like, oh wow, like that took me out of like the buying, selling, trading, hustling grind, and made me start thinking about, okay, this is like, there's like legitimate businesses that could be invested in. So yeah, so I want to thank you for making that video.
You protect those guys a lot, or you promote them a lot.
So yeah, Graded Guard. These are these guys right here. Also, Slab Mags.
Right.
Yeah. So you know, I've got a pretty good partnership with these guys. They're supporting my channel.
Right.
I met Tim too over at Slabstrong. He's really great products too. So everything. There's all these pop-up companies
right.
that are
saying.
coming.
Like a company like that could be something that you find that one or find the next one.
Yeah.
Invest and then.
Yeah, and that, to me, that's right now, that's like really the most interesting play to make. Is finding these companies that are coming up.
So if the thought process is, what I believe, I mean, like what Josh Luber, did you go to that opening session or were you out here?
I was out here, yeah.
So one of the things he said, one of the things Josh Luber said in the opening session was that, he estimated based on their research that in the last year, between 2 and 3 million people bought or sold a sports card. Fanatics marketing database of people who have been Fanatics customers is 80 million.
Yeah.
So if they're able to get, 10 million of the 80 million into the card market, and only 2 to 3 million have bought a card in the last year, I mean, exponential growth, right?
That reminds me.
So if you invest in the companies that are going to support the ecosystem, whatever that looks like, whether it's physical product, whether it's online marketplaces, whether it's, obviously data companies like what we do, grading, whatever it is, I think all of these companies that support the ecosystem are going to see value rise if that flood of people comes in the way that I believe it will in the next 5 years.
Do you foresee that like the big companies like Fanatics will acquire these smaller?
Some.
Yeah.
I think some.
Yeah.
I think it depends on what it is, but I do think there's going to be a lot of M&A type activity ongoing. I mean, you're already starting to see it, right?
Yeah.
Collectors has bought up some companies. I'm sure Fanatics will acquire some.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see M&A activity take place. And things get rolled up. And
another good thing I want to point out is I was listening to you guys talk about like the Zero Cool debut, and I think one of the most important points that people don't even realize that you guys mentioned casually is that set is like going to be a gateway to non-sport card collectors.
100%.
Like sport card collectors look down on it, but it's a gateway to those people to come in, and then they will eventually go into the different areas. Yeah.
My audience was so sour and continues to be so sour about all of that. And honest to God, I honestly, people are going to get mad at it, but I think they're totally, completely wrong. They're not the target audience, but I think that Zero Cool stuff is going to be massive. I think it's going to be. I think it is going to be massive amongst maybe a different group of people, but I think it's going to be massive. I think it's going to be humongous. Josh says he wants Zero Cool to become as big of a brand as Topps and Panini and Upper Deck are today, just serving a different audience with a different type of product. And I think people are wrong if they think that's crap and it's never going to work.
I think the attitude, and maybe this is something that should be discussed more, is that people have the attitude that it's this or that.
Yes, it doesn't have to be this.
But it could be this and that.
Yes.
And that.
And there could be some crossover, and there will be some people who want to do both, and then there will be some people who are like, I love sports cards, and I don't like any of that stuff, and fine, because there will be other people who will be like, I like all of that stuff, and I don't really watch sports. And that's okay.
Right.
And you're seeing it with NFTs. You've got your crowd who are like the Top Shot, Panini, blockchain, NFT collectors, Topps Digital, and then you've got your crowd that's buying the Bored Apes and the Doodles and the V-Friends and those types of projects. There's not much crossover. There's a little bit. There will be more crossover over time, but it can all coexist. It doesn't, just because one does well doesn't mean the other doesn't have to do well.
There's plenty.
All coexist.
Right?
It can all coexist. And ultimately, you're going to see more and more crossover. You're going to see more and more sports card collectors buying non-sports cards from Zero Cool. You're going to see more of those people buying NFTs, both of sports NFTs and non-sports NFTs. It's what's going to happen.
I've seen a lot of my people that follow me that are sports collectors, they're telling me they're going into Marvel now because I've opened their eyes to it, right?
See? There you go. That's a non-sports card.
Yeah.
So why are we like offended by Zero Cool?
Yeah.
But like we're embracing Marvel. Well,
Exactly.
People respect the IP. They respect all this stuff.
Yeah.
But Zero Cool is going to come out with some big projects with IP that everybody likes and respects. So
it just takes somebody to validate the product, and then people will jump on board. You know.
Yeah. But then if you're one of the early people talking about it,
you get roasted. You get roasted, right?
But that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
I feel like 5 years from now, people will look back at that video and go, "What were all these people mad about?"
Yeah.
This is but it is what it is.
If I was gonna bet money on anybody, I would bet on Gary Vee for sure.
That's the other thing.
Have you met him ever?
At the National a couple years ago. I haven't spent much time with him, but I got to talk to him a little bit. But that's the other thing. It's like all these people like roasting this set because they're like these incredibly stupid hand-drawn things, and I'm like, there were only 800 boxes sold to the public. Only 800. Have you seen Gary Vee's social following? Have you seen how effective he is at marketing and getting content out? Like, that is such a small number of boxes compared to the magnitude of his, audience and content production capability. And I'm like, it doesn't matter if a sports card collector doesn't think those cards aren't cool.
Yeah.
Those cards are going to be extremely successful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but I appreciate those discussions that you guys are having. Yeah. I know it's not easy.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah. We'll keep them coming. Yeah. So what do you think about all this?
Patriots Stadium.
It's getting crazier.
She's like, why do you keep wasting your money on this stuff?
The whole time.
Well, now you're turning into a social star as well.
Yes.
I see you in the videos now. It's good. Okay. You add a nice humor value to the videos. So.
All right, guys. We just picked up this Mickey Mantle autographed postcard. Pretty cool. You never know what kind of random deals you're gonna find. Okay, check it out.
What's the card that you paid for that you're most worried about here?
In terms of losing value?
Yeah.
Nothing, because I never lose value.
Oh!
Am I talking to? Yeah. Yes.
So you know who I'm talking to?
You see any Prism Silvers here? No.
Where's the Prism Silver?
None.
You sell them?
No. Okay, it's on. Yeah.
Yo, man.
We got Mojo right here. Mojo.
Card show?
It feels a little bit strange, huh? Yeah. I like it. It's a different vibe. It's like
Good vibe though.
It's fun.
It's
Good vibe. Yes.
It's more like business. You know what I mean? Like I feel like a lot of business deals are going down.
Trade show.
Yes. Yeah.
Good networking.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
All right, guys. We got a potential deal here. We got Marvel Weiss Schwartz cards here. Look at this. PSA 10. PSA 10. PSA 10 foil. PSA 10 foil. PSA 10. These cards are beautiful. I don't know too much about this, so we're going to try to see if we can do a deal. He's asking $5,700 for the lot. There's some other cards here, too. PSA 10. PSA 10, or I mean BGS 10. Do some research on this. Also, is there whatever you want to see? Let me know. Let me just do some research on this. Okay. Okay. To make it easier, I would like all of them. To be honest, I would like all of them. The only concern I have is this is brand new, and I know these are going to be graded, so I know the pop counts will increase on that. And I would want to be in line with what I'm seeing there, because when people try to buy this from me, they're gonna ask the same thing. You know what I mean?
I know.
So that's my justification for that. We got a deal, guys. We just did $1,800 deal for the Cap, Iron Man, Spider-Man, and it's kind of hard to see with the light here, guys, but check it out. Is this on my camera? Go for it. Yeah. Check it out, guys. These are cards of metal here. He's got a complete red set. complete. I can't. I don't. There's not even enough time to show you guys everything. I'm just showing you guys the bangers. Look at that. Green. It's amazing. Amazing. Card Father. How you doing, sir? Yes. Great to see you out here.
Their content's amazing.
Thank you so much. I watch your videos like every morning. Okay, what does Card Father have to say today? We're at the Mint. Look at this. So what's cool and what's different about this show is that it's much more corporate, where you got these big companies here like Collectible. Turn around here, you got My Slabs. They have a presence at this show where they've got their their displays and everything like that. So it definitely gives a different vibe for the show, where it's more like a trade show, which is cool. It's cool. You get to see these different products and talk to the sales reps and people like that, learn about their services. You got Zion cases here. We always talk about Zion cases. We love Zion cases.
How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Not bad.
Yes.
What's your name?
Daniel?
I'm Clint.
Oh, hi Clint. You're the owner of this
Yes,
place,
sir.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, I messaged you guys a couple times. I have like a YouTube channel. I'm the Great Curator online, so I messaged you guys about like maybe doing like some type of collab or things like that. But I'm always like showing off your cases in my posts and things like that.
We need to revisit that.
Yeah.
We got a new scene right away, but we actually did something yanking one out of the back. I don't want you guys to take it. Yeah, no, that's fine.
And that's what it's about. You got to network with these companies that are out here. These corporations that take up all this space, they set up these big displays. They're not just here, just to watch people go by. They're here to meet people, build contacts, develop relationships. So that's another part of the value of what the Mint Collective is coming out here, meeting these companies, and trying to develop relationships with them. PWCC, I'm always spending my money with this group here. I really should get a sponsorship with them too, because they take all my money. Yeah. Day one, or day two, officially in the books. Going home now. I mean, no, we're going back to the room, drop all the stuff, and then we're gonna go grab dinner. We're gonna treat ourselves to a nice dinner tonight. So our tradition here, we like to, after a hard day at the show, buying, selling, trading, standing on our feet, we'd love to treat ourselves to a nice meal. So we're taking the Curator family. hour, guys. It's I would say it's golden hours. It's almost 1 o'clock now, but you can see the room is still full of people. A bunch of degenerate gamblers here in Vegas. But we did 2 deals for trade night, 2 big deals. Cashed out on a couple cards, so that's pretty much made the whole weekend work wild. That's why you gotta go to trade night. Some of the best deals happen at trade nights, guys, okay? Even at the show, we've been waiting for those big deals to happen. Everything's good, alright? See ya. And I'm tired, I'm going to bed now.
I'm the great curator, the ultimate gentleman investor. Yeah, the great curator always stays till the gold digging hour. So watch out, all you bad actors, 'cause you don't have the slaps to be kind and civil and polite to us all. I'm the great curator, the ultimate gentleman investor. Yeah, the great curator always stays